Oh my God. I don't like to use the word depression, but Jesus Christ. Okay, don't say what's up. Look, I don't want to get on the topic of fake people, but whatever. That's not even what I want to talk about. I want to talk about feelings and feeling sad. Speaking of which, I need to go grab some ashwagandha. We'll go get it Friday. We got in 24 hours from now, we'll be off work. We'll be getting done with practice and feeling dead, but we'll go get it tomorrow instead. Depression, feeling sad. We got to talk about that. Please. Well, apparently I'm not big on cups, so we'll do a little less than half of a scoop. Dude, I don't know what I did to my hand tonight at practice, but it hurts. I can barely pick this jug up. You know, it sounds good. Cottage cheese, but first let's take a shower. All right, we're showered up. You know what that means. It's time for some cottage cheese. Casein protein. Right before bed, top it off. I don't know about you, but I gotta get all of it. I don't know why people don't like cottage cheese. It's so good. Now, I usually go with the 2% low fat. The brand doesn't really matter. Highland, Daisy, but you have to eat it with club crackers. These right here. These right here with this, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of, I don't always do this, but sometimes I like to put Italian dressing, you know, the salad dressing, shake it up, and just drizzle a little bit on top. Perfection. Oh, this looks so good. It's like chip and dip, you know? All right. I'm kind of far back. All right. Depression. I feel like that's like a hot topic that I've been using for this channel for a while, or like a topic I've been talking about for a while. And man, I don't know how to explain it, because I'm not depressed, right? I don't feel sad. I'm not like waking up crying. I'm not like waking up wishing I was dead. But it's like, I don't know. Like lately on my mind, I'm like, man, should I cancel my jujitsu, classes? That'll save me an extra $130. a month. But then I'll go to jujitsu class, when I'm not working nights or when I'm off during the week. And I'm like, oh my God, like I need this. Like this saves my life, Like every time I go in, I'm like, dude, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I just got done working 12 hours, had to get up at like 4:30 in the morning. Like I'm like running off like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I just want to go home and go to bed. But every time I go and I roll, or even go to the gym, I have like 3 gym memberships at 3 different gyms. Like I could cancel 2 of them or all of them, but it's like when I go do these things after work, after making a living, and I get, every time it's like, man, I don't want to. I just don't want to. Like, I'm just like, I'm not motivated to go. You know what I mean? I'm not motivated at all. But I go. If I have time in the evenings, I'll go do jits. If I don't have time in the evening, I'll go lift, or I'll go do cardio, or I'll do a workout plus cardio, or I'll go on a ruck, a 2-mile ruck. I have a 20-pound bag that I just built, and I'll go on a 2-mile ruck. I try to do something every single day, and like most days, I just don't want to. I just don't want to. If I'm spending time with family, I'm not going to be worried about going to the gym or hitting macros, if we go out to eat, or if we go on like a family trip, or like I'm going to go meet up with some friends I haven't seen in a while. We're going to go shopping. I'm going to drive a couple hours here, and I'm going to go out and have a good time. Every once in a while, that's fine. But the daily grind, it's like, I just don't want to. I don't want to. Like nothing in my body is telling me, all right, let's hit the gym, let's go train. And that's what I'm worried about. Because there's like absolutely no motivation at all. And I feel like I'm using what I'm going through as an excuse to feel that way. Even though I have the discipline to do it, I'm still doing it. That's like the best part about this, is like I have created the discipline, but I'm having trouble with my mindset up here, and it's affecting other aspects of my life. And like I said, I don't feel bad for myself. I don't feel sad. I don't feel like I'm behind in life. I mean, obviously I don't have all my, I'm not out here making, tens of thousands of dollars every month. I'm not making a killing. I'm making a living, Sometimes I'm like, man, what is my purpose? And I'm like, I know what my purpose is. It's to stay disciplined, keep working, work as hard as I can, and show other people that it's possible to do what I'm doing. All that weight I lost, all of it, and then losing it, and then gaining it back, and then now losing it again. You fall off, or you have a bad upbringing, and you can change yourself. You don't have to be like the environment you grew up in. That's not who you have to be. And if you fall off, you fall down the wrong path, you're not stuck there forever. You can change your life around again and again and again, over and over and over again. That's the cool part about having free will, right? But for me, it's a mindset that I'm trying to get back to, and I'm using excuses like my work, 12-hour days, more like 13, 14-hour days, really. Having to get up early, having to get ready, having to drive out there, having to, drive home. That's like almost 50 minutes, an hour worth of travel time, and then half an hour getting up before that. And I'm using that as an excuse. I'm using, in my head, I'm definitely feeling like I'm using my best friend's death as an excuse on why I fell off. You know, I felt like I was on top of the world and I was doing everything right and I was influencing people around me, and then my best friend passes away, you know, because of a person in his life made choices that he didn't agree with, you know, outside of his control. Somebody in his life made choices outside of his control, and he felt so emotional about that, you know, took his own life. And that struck a chord with me, because it's like, hey, I'm over here, you know, talking about abundance mindset and you know, don't worry about what other people do, you know. Those are their choices. You have no control over it. Let it go. See, I used to worry real bad, you know. And I'd react to other people's choices that they'd make, especially girls. You know, so I use that as an excuse to feel bad, like, you know, if I can't save my own best friend, you know, if I'm preaching this this crazy talk, or this like let's get better talk, and you know, people are doing the opposite that are closest to me, it's like I'm doing something wrong, right? So I was in my head about that the longest time, and I'm still somewhat using that as an excuse to for lack of words, I'm using that as an excuse to sometimes just do the bare minimum. You know, I still have those thoughts about him and why I'm not making videos every day or making posts every day, and getting back to preaching and getting back to practicing what I was preaching, and being, you know, on top and having that mindset of abundance. You know, sometimes I'm using that as an excuse. Another thing I'm using as an excuse is my past relationship, my last relationship. You know, I was after my best friend passing, I got into a relationship, and it was a very emotional. I feel like I was manipulated emotionally because of what I was going through, and so that person being there in my life took advantage of that, and it got real bad. It got real bad, and obviously having alcohol involved didn't help. Having any kind of substance abuse in your life doesn't help at all. There are things in life where you can use to escape what you're going through or what you're dealing with, and then there are things you can go through that help you conquer those things that you're going through. One negative being substance abuse, one positive, training. You know, one's gonna help you escape, the other one's gonna help you face it. And I mean, lately I just, like, you know, I'm not perfect, you know, but I could be doing so much more. And I think that's what's like in my head, because I made a video a while back talking about comparison is a thief of joy. And it's not that I compare myself to other people or to a lot of people, but it's like I see other people doing well, and I'm just like, man, what am I doing wrong? I'm not happy in life right now. I'm not happy, but I know that, like, you have to go through it to get to there. You know what I mean? You have to go through the bad to get to the good. And I feel like that's like, in my head, I'm like, I know that's what I'm going through. So it's like, I'm just punishing myself mentally, I guess. But I'm trying to stay positive. But I just know it's not the same, and it's not going to be the same. And I feel like not everybody goes through this, but the people that go through this, you go through something bad and you come out on top of the world, and then something bad happens again. It's like, okay, here it is. Here's the real test. Okay, we've already been through this once. Can we do it again? You know, I don't know if you guys are religious or whatnot, but it's like, you know, God's never going to give you more than you can handle. And I'm over here preaching to be a big body, you know, be somebody. You know what I mean? Like I'm over here like lifting heavy weights, little blister. Okay, I got a blister on my bicep from training. Okay, big body. We're training hard. We know we're trying to be big and strong, but it's like being a big body isn't about being a big body. It's about up here. It's about being strong here mentally. You know, you don't have to be big and jacked and strong to be a big body. You know, I feel like Big Body Lobby embodies all kinds of aspects in life that are bigger than us, you know, the bigger picture. You know, what are we contributing to the universe, to the people around us, to our community? Like, how are we helping others? Being a positive role model, positive light is a big body, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to build the lobby, which is the group or the network of those people. And I feel like I'm just not doing my job right now, man, and I'm struggling, and I just know that I just gotta keep pushing through. I mean, I quit posting, I quit working on the merch, on the clothing line. I just kind of halted everything. It's because I was punishing myself because of what I went through. And it's like, man, we've already been here. We know what to do to get better. Why aren't we doing it? And, you know, sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes it just takes time. And, you know, everybody has their ups and downs and whatnot. And, you know, not everybody has the most support, but like, my message is to whoever's watching is like, oh, fine. If you gotta do it on your own, do it on your own. That's fine. Take your time. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't have to be yesterday. But as long as you keep going and trying to get better every day, 1% better every day, that's all that matters, okay? The person that shows up tired, they already put the work in, but they keep showing up, you know? And I have that grit. They didn't give up completely, you know? I feel like that person will always outbeat the people that just give up and say, that's it. It wasn't meant to be. You know, it's not what God had intended. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm just going through some crazy stuff right now, and I've been going through crazy stuff, and I know I believe like manifesting like what you want starts up here. You have to have this right. You have to have this in control before everything else falls in place. You know, look good, feel good, think good, feel good, right? It all connects together. So we just need to help each other out, start thinking more positive, start watching and listening to positive things. You know, talk to yourself with positive things. You know, if you're thinking bad thoughts, you're gonna have to force yourself to think positive thoughts. And you know, and if it helps, pick a Bible up, watch motivational videos, listen to motivational podcasts. You know, read books that are like self-help, self-improvement books. You know, and I mean, whatever it takes, we gotta get there. We have to do it, no matter what. We gotta keep pushing. You know, you and I, whoever's watching this. Because at the end of the day, no one else is going to do it for you. Right? No one's going to show up and drink your gallon of water. No one's going to show up and eat all your protein. No one's going to show up and lift the heavy weight. No one's going to show up and do the cardio. No one's going to show up, fix your tire for you. I got a flat tire. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I ain't got no phone service. I got a spare tire, I got a jack. Let's get to work, right? No one's gonna do the work for you. Nobody wants to go in and work their 8, 10, 12 hour, 16 hour job and then say, you know what? I'm gonna go work their hours for them. I'm gonna go clock in for them and work their hours for them. I'm gonna go put the work in so they can get paid. No one's gonna do that. You gotta show up every day. 1% every day. For 1 year, that's 365% that you got better, that you just leveled up. right? I mean, I can go on a tangent here, but I don't know. I just wanted to get something off my chest. I don't go to therapy. I don't really have anybody to talk to about this kind of stuff. So, you know, I take in a lot of information, and I take everything with a grain of salt, and I use and apply and try things that work out for me, and what sticks I use, and that's what I mean, I'm here. I'm doing it. So we're just gonna keep pushing, and we're gonna build a lobby, and you know, God willing. So with that said, I guess I'm about to go put on some YouTube, watch some Sam Solik. He just dropped a new video. I guess he's getting sponsored, from what I hear, from what I see online, which is awesome. He deserves it. Probably watch some food talk. I like watching all that stuff that I can't eat right now. But yeah, let's just keep our heads up. We all fall off, baby. We all taper off sometimes. You know, we're running, you know, with, you know, the sun in our eyes, we trip, you know. Somebody else, you know, could be somebody else that, you know, pushes you down. It could be us, could be somebody else, you know, could be a lot of other people holding us back, you know, roping us in, you know, holding us down from reaching the top, okay? So what? Keep swimming to the top, keep running, get back up. That's all we can do. That's all we can afford to do. We got one life. So, you know, getting to the point where it's like, we gotta go. We gotta go. Go, go. In the words of Little Dirk. But that's the video, guys. We'll see you.